And with that, everyone, hello. Impromptu art stream, because we are like that. And because I was asked to stream my Blazblue tournament, I mean not tournament run, but an event run for a Ragnar only round robin. I mean technically tournament, right? Round robin tournament event. And I was like, nah, let's not steal the views, but instead redirect people into the stream. So here we are, playing some Blender, now doing some 3D modeling, and actually this time modeling and not rigging, because I got stuck at it. I got sick at with rigging and texturing and the like. So I was like, yeah, let me model. And I started like multiple models, like I started a Mai model and an Izayoi model. Mai didn't get that far, but Izayoi kinda liking what I have so far, so now I'm back again at the big boy struggles that you're bound to have if you're modeling a character, which is hair. You know, unless you make all of your characters bold or like give them a head. Hello Ice, how are you doing? But yeah, for you too, I mean, I don't know if you watched me, if you listen to me rambling, but I will be entering Potatoes Oops or Ragnar event. So this will be like a very short art stream. Indeed, Izayoi. I know, Lambre, you're a little bit disappointed, but I already brought her so far, you know. And I know I should be finishing Noel, but then again, like, for Izayoi I have like slightly different plans than for Noel. Like, Noel is so far finished with like the Arc System Works shader, so exactly, and also like, you know, not even modeling Ragnar for that matter. I mean, the main reason I'm not modeling Ragnar is because I've seen like good Ragnar models floating around on the internet. I'm not sure about Izayoi or anything like that though, but you know, I'm not a fan of remaking stuff that already exists, is what I'm saying. I mean, there is a Taiga model, by the way, but I think that's the issue. Like, there's this person on the BNPR Discord called EU. I think it's not even European, so I'm not sure what the EU stands for. Could be U, like an this is not good. And yeah, she's like a hell of a modeler, and she made like a Ragnar and a Taiga model. I don't know if she actually finished it, but I don't think she makes them publicly available. So yeah, I think I could probably find her on Twitter or anything. I guess if I search in BNPR for EU, we might be able to find it. Maybe I can just search for Taiga. Not in questions, okay. Then, von... that's the person, I think, yeah. Is it? Let me deactivate. Nee, he was. This is not the person. I mean, maybe the person, or she had like a thingy where she was leaving the server every now and then. So yeah, I think she's not here anymore, so that's also why I didn't find her models. Let me search for Ragnar. Yeah, I mean here. Message couldn't be sent, but yeah, okay, they deleted themselves from this Discord again. Ah, damn, why do they do that? I mean, but they had like this Ragnar, like a little bit of issues were still there, but still cool Ragnar, and they also had like a Taiga somewhere, like here, you know. I think he looks like a little bit too chunky, like Ragnar's a little bit taller. Yeah, here we have like the actual, I think this was like the finished. Like a bit too chunky, but still a great model nonetheless. Yeah, and the same person made a Taiga at some point, but you know, I'm not gonna find the Taiga here, which is unfortunate if people are like that, you know. I think it's deleting yourself and stuff. probably like also has some anxiety issues and stuff like that, you know, with that, which I mean, I can understand as an artist, we all have that. But then again, I was always like, when people praised me that much and that person got a lot of praise, then I'm like, yo, then I love that and I get addicted. But on the another note, why I'm not that active on that server anymore is because I feel like guilty for not doing enough art and not creating enough finished pieces. So yeah, I'm also like I kinda vanished from there too. So I can't hold it against them in that fashion. But yeah, the hair though is like pretty annoying again. I really don't like doing hair that much. Because I'm always like, will that actually work out in the end? And I say, you know, in the first I had like lots of these small strands that only had them point to a single direction without any curvature. But then I was like, okay, even if I bend them now, they won't have like the curvature that I need. So for that very moment we are... for that very reason, I decided to keep the strands that I have, but to remodel them into like the curves that they will most likely have most of the time. And if they get like flattened out for whatever reason, then there might be like some little bending artifacts. But you know, probably nothing too severe. Also, yeah, this is like the proxy that I use for getting the shadows a little bit more in line, that it's not like a shadow on each of the sides, so it looks more like one piece of hair rather than multiple. But yeah, also at this point I suppose I can do it like this. And I hope I won't create like outline artifacts like that. If I do, then I need to do some cleanups wherever that's applicable. Also, let me try and get that, because I think, yeah, I will probably... But yeah, now this is the thingy. Let me hide all of that. And there's also not enough bang models, like, you know, that one person still asking me, and that feels somewhat terrible because I was like, yeah, after no, I'm gonna do that, but I couldn't get myself to it. But yeah, hopefully soon I will have like the diligence to clean up the bang model and send it his way. Thank you, Lumbria. This kind of reminds me, like, there's on Hoons bi-weekly, they have like the memes beforehand, right? There's this one meme where it's like how they react when they love you, and I'm like, you know, when I receive a compliment, I'm always like a mixture of the Noah reaction and the Kagura reaction. Like, on the one hand, I want to say, I'm like, I don't really know what to say back. I'm like, I guess I thank you. But on the other hand, I also want to say, yeah, that's my intention, you know? When someone says like my art is good, I'm like, yeah, that's the intention. And funnily enough, during my studies, I once let that sentence rip. Like, someone was like, yeah, this looks good, Daniel, and I was like, yeah, that was the intention. And yeah, afterwards there was some awkward silence, so I've been like, okay, let's dial the Kagura back a little bit. Exactly. Sometimes you want to, it kind of feels like I kind of want to say stuff like that rather than just receiving it, because at that moment I'm like, you know, I'm not feeling like down talking myself, because again, if you down talk and when you receive a compliment, then it's a little bit disrespectful. And also if you're proud of it yourself, you know, you kind of want to exude that energy and be like, yeah, this might be the best thing I've done so far. And yeah, okay, this was this. And yeah, the hair again, like lots of work to be done because I need to readdress all the strands. And what's even more important, like, you know, this kind of endings, I mean, we learned that with Noah and Izanami. Like, it helps so much if I add like a few other loose ends for each strand, so it looks less like yeah, like a Sonic the Hedgehog spike and more like hair, you know. But yeah, each at their own time. And yeah, what I was about to say before that is like, because Noel is like so much done in the Arc System work style, I'm not sure if I can easily port her stuff into a VR chat. So I was like, okay, maybe try another model. And don't go that hard into like the texturing stuff yet, so I can see what I'd need to do in order to get her like ported to VR chat. If there's like some simple shader or so that I can use instead, or that I have to use instead, and then do like that first and all the expressions and stuff. Because like again, the market for VR chat is probably like the biggest for like private person, and with like yeah, and I didn't have any luck with companies so far, like, you know, except for like that one studio where like the work was like not to my liking. By the way, I have to answer that boss guy. I should be doing that off screen, of course, but you know, yeah, I don't think. Like, maybe I can find this guy. No. Maybe if I search for Hellboy. Okay, not that important, but yeah, it's very annoying that I can't find it. Yeah, I'm gonna answer my boss real quick, or like that boss. So yeah, sorry for that, for the typing ASMR. But I did answer him now. But yeah, honestly, like, I think there's some unexplored territory in like the high confidence answer like that, you know, Lumbria? Because if we think about like popular characters in anime, they are always like, they're so full of themselves, you know? So I think like, yeah, having like a confidence answer. But yeah, the short of that story, the gist of that story overall is like, yeah, also that looks so wrong. Kind of like different colors or whatnot, but yeah. Kind of weird, but it's okay, it's okay. Yeah, and I was to shape this one, right? Yeah. Not the entirety, but yeah. And yeah, also like, and that's also why I don't have stuff like the shine in here, because I haven't really done texturing. I mean, it would look really cool with the shine, but again, I'm not sure how I'm gonna, how easy I can like put stuff into VR chat. And again, like for like for professional customers, for like companies, that's of course not really much of a deal, you know. But for private persons, like being able to create stuff that they can use either in VR chat or for VTubing is like probably the most valuable asset I can have. And again, for companies, I also would need to brush up my environmental skills. And as you might see, I'm rarely feeling like it. So yeah. Also, I'm not working as much as I should. Like I'm definitely getting sidetracked by the streaming and the streaming stuff. And also I'm getting sidetracked by, which is the most annoying part, by writing applications for jobs that I know that won't take me in like 1 out of 1 million cases, but I still have to do them. So like I don't get any in trouble with like the people who pay me the unemployment money, you know. So it's a little bit shaky like that, but you know, it is what it is. And this also is like a huge mess. But I think honestly I might be doing it like this. And yeah, connecting every strand will also be like a pain. And of course rigging it, but I'm thinking like depending on the stuff for VR chat, if I just have like a single bone chain and then they just like move along with that, instead of having like singular chains for every little strand. But if I do go like ham again, like with noise, then at the very least I could port it to like, I could use a newer version of Blender and then make each chain into their own layer, so I had like an easier time working with it. Yeah, what I wanted to do now was of course this here. But yeah, at this point, like I feel like those might actually be cool that they're not. Also, I'd definitely like to have them close enough to the rest of the hair. Oh yeah, okay, so I think I understand. It's because her head is like further away, so I have to. Understandable. Like her head is rounder and bigger this time, so than in the concept, you know. In the concept it's like a little bit less, but I think it's good the way it is. Also, yeah, by the way, one thing that I'm a big fan of is like these rogue strands. I mean, yeah. I also have seen them in like Zenless Zone Zero models. Like Vivian, for instance, like the new girl that I'm definitely simping for. Not as much as for Lucy though. Definitely has those as well. And I think they do like wonders to break up the silhouette and stuff. Because I feel like that might be one of the issues that the Nicole model has. Where I'm like, yeah, I like Nicole's design. And I don't mind her being like the Gyaru. But the model definitely looks like a big downgrade to the drawings, which to be fair is like true for every character, but for her specifically. Also, I have to make sure that I don't miss Potato when he goes online. And also another reason for the stream specifically is like I have like that new Don Vippo watch channel, and the art section is like very very short. So yeah, definitely also another thingy too. Because again, like I mean, I made like quote unquote I made the mistake to have like so many different things that I do. And that also means that I think honestly maybe still likes it. Yeah, that's ideally I'd have like more content for like everything, like so that people are like, yeah, you know, that I can farm people from multiple backgrounds and force them all into playing Blazblue, the master plan. After all, like, you know, I might be the Eggman. I mean, I'm definitely all of me, but I also might be the Eggman. Because that's what I am. Yeah. I'm not too great with like the music puns, but you get the idea. I think me repeating them doesn't make them better, but you know, I'm a clown, I'm a fool. But yeah, this thing is all. I was like, okay, she will take like way less time because it looked like that in the beginning, but now the hair stuff makes me think that yeah, I'll probably be on the 102 hour mark with this one as well. Like I did lots of stuff way faster and probably still would need to brush it up at some point, but also, yeah, by the way, everyone, when we are entering like the potato Ragnar thing, you also make sure to shear on Lumbria as well, because he also entered, and he has like a kind of good Ragnar too. If I dare say so, after losing a lot to him, to his Ragnar. Not on Kagura, so I'm not sure if we ever fought like your Ragnar versus my Kagura, to be honest. But yeah. Also, yeah, I forgot to tell Bartikan about that event. I mean, he's a beginner, he will probably feel too crushed, but that's like a good event, maybe to steal tech. Because I think like, especially if you're a beginner, like stealing from the greats of a character can be like a little bit daunting. Because they are doing like the most advanced stuff, and then yeah, the intermediate people and stuff do like stuff that you could actually steal without much issue. I mean, with a little bit of issue, but you know what I mean. Also, I honestly might do this. And I really hope I'm not getting too many of those issues with like the line art. Also, at some point I should also merge this with the head so I can get like finer stuff there. But again, it's like, I guess I keep, this is why everything always takes so long on my end, because I keep adding like stuff that makes like a difference, but like not as much of a difference. So I should probably just try to keep myself in check for stuff like that, so I can get like more characters finished. Even if that kinda reduces the quality of those characters, but you know. I guess like having 2 or 3 characters finished with a quality of 50 to 70% versus one with a quality of 100% might be like honestly more worthwhile. I mean, I definitely know that in like production environments it is. Because stuff needs to be finished. And as long as it looks good enough for people to enjoy, then you did your job. Also, let me check this a little bit. I think, yeah, having like it's a little bit of curvature for that one as well might help. Maybe not, yeah, not too much, of course. I'm not sure if we... I think that's probably good if it just peeks out from the background a little bit. Eh? Ah, no? Ah, shit, I forgot. I did like the wrong one. Because, yeah, I want those. Also, thanks for hanging out here, despite me doing like something very, very boring to watch. I imagine, I mean, some of you guys are like, yeah, really enjoyed it, but I know that I wouldn't watch this. In fact, like I rarely watch like people doing 3D art or art in general, because I don't find it that enjoyable. To be honest, I also don't watch people playing fighting games that much. I mostly watch like those, you know, those essays. Because those are like usually very enjoyable. I mean, oops, normal. Wait. Ah, I see. I mean, granted, this one too. And yeah. Yeah, lots of small stuff that will make hopefully a somewhat bigger impact. Also, one other thing that I have to do is like I still haven't incorporated this, right? Like for me it's still like a normal body and then not really those thingies. And I haven't incorporated this kind of armor, and if I'm correct, it's like, yeah, in some matchups she starts in this form and then she goes to this form, but in other matchups she just starts as like Tsubaki and then transforms into battle form immediately. Also, one thing that I have to learn, by the way, as a streamer, is like to not be so paranoid about viewer numbers. Because I noticed, I mean, that was like part of the issue yesterday why I became so gloomy. But also it was like, I mean, lots of other issues too. But I definitely shouldn't let some stuff like viewer numbers affect my mental at any time. So yeah, definitely have to learn on that front a lot. Oops. Yeah, potentially. Connected only. And yeah, at this point I'm like awaiting like the potato stream at any moment. No, I don't think I'm gonna do that. Probably, maybe. I honestly think like the ones here and the small ones here, they might actually work. I'm not sure if they might be a little bit too small. See the radiant light. Also, yeah, by the way, the good thing about the potato event is that it's round robin, so even if you die early. Yeah, I forgot. I'm sorry, Party Khan. I should have probably informed you. And then it would have been your choice. But yeah, I mean, maybe, I mean, he could have seen it anyway. Okay, I've got a ping. Oh yeah, okay, this was not the potato ping that I imagined. Furious, no potato yet. You forced me to. I mean, I had that idea anyway, by the way, Pluto, before. Yeah, now we have. I mean, I'm for unfortunate part 2. Thank you for coming by, but I'm gonna check. Maybe he has like something like pre-roll. No, he doesn't have any pre-roll also, so we are gonna raid potato now because I'm gonna play in that event. So, you know. I definitely hate my viewers, exactly. I mean, rest assured, Pet 2, I hate you guys less than I hate myself. Oh damn. But yeah. I'm very sorry, Pet 2. I'm not gonna stream it because I am not in the... That's why you fight us all the time. I mean, yeah, but I'm also fighting myself all the time, my inner demons. But yeah, thank you very much everyone who tuned in, even also of course those who tuned in late. I'm sorry, like I couldn't make it any longer. Yeah, there's a stream tomorrow. Yeah, exactly. And we will be playing Rising Zen Samurai Gunman, and we will be doing some drawings, and we are playing some Blazblue. So tomorrow will be like a very long stream, Petu. But yeah, thank you again, and we're gonna raid. I mean, bye bye. Technically, bye bye.
The lead. So let's see Red House.